Hi, and welcome to my 5th crochet podcast. I am chuffed to be here on number 5. It's a good feeling. I feel more on the flow, although I did set it up with the camera, the phone, vertically, and fortunately my husband said, "Oh, sort that." Otherwise I would probably have filmed the entire episode in portrait instead of landscape, which I've done a couple of times in the past. So yeah, I'm glad to be doing it for the first time properly, and that's all good. It's just the sort of crazy thing I would do. My brain has just been fried. I don't know if you've been following me on social media, you'll have seen that I have had COVID. Today I'm feeling almost 100%. I'm feeling a lot better. So, I mean, I have been vaccinated and I had my booster in January there, and it just absolutely floored me. Came down with it just over a couple of weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago maybe, and it just completely floored me. And with the tiredness, more than the sort of the cough, I didn't really get coffee or breathless. It was just fatigue and brain fatigue. I was just absolutely exhausted, and my concentration was just all over the place. So I am glad to be feeling heaps better today, which is why I did think about trying to pop in a podcast episode last week, and I thought, no, let's just floor that idea. I did a quick live on Instagram instead. So here I am. I've got a heap of things. I've got finished projects, I've got whips, I've got a couple of magazines. It's mostly crochet. I've got one knitting project on the go at the moment. I like to have just the one, sometimes two knitting projects on the go, but I am a crochet designer, so it is mostly crochet that I share in these podcasts. I think I'll dive in with what's my most exciting news, which is pattern release. Today is Thursday the 17th, 16th, something like that, of February, and I have just released my Air Balloon Beanie. Here I have a couple of finished samples. This is the adult large size and this is the child size. So it's available in 4 sizes, from child up to adult large, with a teen size and a smaller adult size in between. But it's very easy. You'll see if you buy the pattern, you'll see that by increasing or decreasing by 4 stitches, you can create it in a big range of sizes. As long as you've got your head circumference, you'll be able to work that out. So it's a double knitting weight pattern. You can see this one's been squished, but you can see the way the stitches come in towards the centre. It creates this lovely kaleidoscope effect. Let's see, I think I'll show it better in this one because it's got a stronger contrast. So the pattern is basically written in for 2 colours, but you can go as crazy as you like with colours. You could do probably just 2 for the ribbing. More than that, you're going to end up with a lot of ends for yourself. So, I mean, you could, up to you. And then once you're onto the hat itself, you could make this an absolute stash buster by all sorts of different stripes in there. So it's a good one for that, and it uses, I don't know if I said, double knitting weight yarn. I used Rico Essentials Merino for this one. It's a lovely yarn, it's lovely and soft. Let's try it on, make sure I get the... Oh, can't even see the join. Where's the join gone? I've gone round it twice. There we go. There, just tuck that wee bit fringe in. So it's got a nice fit to it. It comes over the top of the ears. And obviously you could design, you could make it and just add more bands if you wanted to make it slouchy. That would be possible. So there's all sorts of options in there. I'm going to take it off. It's actually quite warm today. Sun is streaming in here, which is lovely. It's very windy. I haven't been outside yet. I'm going out with the dog. Oh, she's just sighed. Yeah, I'm going out with the dog once I've filmed this episode. I bet it's a lot colder out there than it looks. So where was I? I was talking about, yes, so in all my patterns now, at the bottom of the pattern, I put ideas for taking it further. So just a few small steps that you could take to take my crochet design and add a wee twist of your own, maybe changing things up with colour. You could possibly make this in one colour. I can't remember all the ideas I put for this one, but there's ideas for you to then start just adding your own take on a crochet design, which is often how folks get into designing actually. So I'm keen to know how you get on with that. If you make the pattern as it is, then that's great. Please tag me, especially on Instagram. That's my favourite hangout. You can find me there, marta.mitchell.designs, and I've also just kind of revamped my Facebook page as well. So you can find me on Facebook as well at marta.mitchell.designs. So share your photos there. I'd love to see if you just follow the basic pattern through. That's great. And if you want to take things off in your own direction, then I'd love to see how you take this pattern and just move it on, because with crochet I think there are just so many possibilities out there, and I'd encourage you to try. It's just a quick unravel if it doesn't work, you know, so just go with it. If you've got an idea, please do give it a go, see what happens and see where crochet can take you. So that is that design. I think that's all I've got to say. Did I say it's on Ravelry and on Lovecrafts? You can find it on both those sites. So there we are. Happy with that one. The photos, you'll see if you look at the pattern, the photo shoot was done on the beach, and it was a freezing cold day. My eldest son did the photos with me, and yeah, we had the youngest was with me too, and they were out with the dog. The dog's ears were proper flapping in the wind, and normally I wear a scarf when I'm out. I do like to have a scarf on, but obviously I wanted to show the hat to its best advantage, so I didn't want a scarf competing. You know, what are you looking at if you're looking at the photo? So I had to keep putting my hood up, and there's a picture of me like this, just which Neil captured. I don't think I even realised that the photo was being taken, so I quite like it actually. He was like, "Oh, mum, it's good. Include that one," so it's in there. So yeah, please go check out that pattern. Even if you're not in a position to buy, or you're not ready for another project just now, even favoriting it, is that a word? Adding it to your favourites or your queue just helps to boost my awareness on the platforms. So that'd be great if you could go and do that for me. Let's move on then. We'll do whips next, I think. So this, as many of you will recognise, is the Crochet Project's mystery crochet along, the log off shawl, and I've just finished part 5? I think it is part 5, yes. We've got parts 6 and 7 to go, so that is part 5. And you can see this is a stash buster. I'm joining in with the Cozy Crochet Cottage. Sorry, words have gone out of my head. It's just the COVID. Words have just sometimes just vanish. And then there I was thinking I'm completely better, but Cozy Cottage Crochet. Sorry, Hannah, I'm sorry. Your name there just escaped me, but she is running a Love Your Stash cal at the moment. So this is all stashed yarn. My friend Liz gave it to me before Christmas. All these colours. Most of them are from For the Love of Yarn, which is a Glasgow-based company, with the exception of the turquoisey tealy in the middle, which is from Unbeliever Wool. So most of it is For the Love of Yarn, and it is double knitting weight yarn I've gone for, with the exception, you maybe recognise it, this is from the Fiddle Socks, tiny bit there from Lay Family Yarn. So it's all double knitting, it's all indie yarn, and you can see I'm beginning to really clutch at straws and use the colours sparingly, because it's a mystery, we're getting one part a week. I'm not quite sure how it's going to go, and I'm kind of hanging on to some colours. I don't know if I'm going to need them for that next bit, so we'll see, which is why I changed up these squares. They should all have been, these two should be the same as these two, and on both ends I've switched it up and added in some different colours because I really want to just continue with the turquoisey colour right to the end, which I think I should be able to do. I don't know what's coming next. I'm really not sure. I thought I had it sussed, and then this week these blocks were added in, which are worked in rows, and you're changing colour in the middle of the row, which was, yeah, it just completely threw me. I didn't see that coming at all. So there's been twists and turns in this pattern. I keep thinking, yeah, I know what's going to happen next. It's Joanne Scracy for the Crochet Project who has designed this, and it's fab. It's just so much fun, and it really kept me busy when I was feeling poorly as well. So I think, yeah, hats off to that. It's a great project, and I can't wait for the next clue on Friday, tomorrow. Days of the week are still coming back to me. It was a bit like over Christmas and New Year when I wasn't well because my husband wasn't well as well. He had it pretty much the same time as me. I think he tested negative about 4 days after me, but he was feeling unwell around about the same time as me. So we were both unwell, and that has certainly kept me busy during that time. And the other thing that's kept me busy is, oops, dropped the balls on the floor. The Dutch Houses Throw. This fabulous pattern by Esme Crick, who is Red Sparrow Crochet on Instagram. And this is from her book Mosaic Crochet Workshop. It's called The Dutch Houses Throw. I'm going to hold it up and just see how, yeah. Isn't it a fab pattern? Sorry, I realise I'm speaking from behind crochet. Oh, and I've gone and unravelled it, holding it up there, but hey ho, that'll fix quickly. Yeah, I am really, really enjoying this. It's so addictive. It's like doing Fair Isle knitting, I think, the way the colours and each stripe, each row works up. You're like, oh, I'll just do this bit, I'll just do this bit. So I was determined to finish to here for today's podcast, because I like to finish, if I'm holding it up, I like to finish on a sort of more completed bit with the contrast colour showing up there. And I've got a dark, I haven't got it with me, it's across the room there, I've got a dark aubergine colour for the border, which isn't in it at all yet. So I'm getting there. I've got, the pattern goes one more, so they've got the teal houses here to finish, and then another band of orange, and then the border. So I'm more towards the end than towards the start, which is amazing. I think through January I was busy working on my Fun a Day project, which I'll show you in a minute, and I didn't have much time at all to work on the Dutch houses. So I am really pleased that I've cracked on with that now that the Fun a Day project is finished, because I think that took me slightly longer than I anticipated. I'd probably better show it to you in case you're thinking, well, what's she talking about? I'm talking about this one. So throughout January I worked on one of these squares per day, and there are 30 of them, so not quite. I didn't have anything on the 31st. I started to block them after that, and then I have joined them together just using cream yarn, and I've just done a double crochet join on the reverse and joined them together that way. And then around the edge, I haven't actually shown a picture of this at all yet, I haven't even taken a picture of it. Around the edge I've just done crab stitch or reverse crochet just to finish it up. I thought about doing something a bit wider or more intricate, but I thought no, let's let the swatches shine and just finish it neatly that way. So the squares are all different. Each day I just tried a new swatch, a stitch combination. Some of them came from crochet dictionaries, and some of them I just played around and came up with stuff. Sorry, my throat's suddenly a bit dry. I've got some green tea in my trusty Fair Isle Jumper Bear mug. It's probably all the yarn I am throwing about. So yeah, yeah, one swatch a day, new stitch patterns to me. So some of these I'm definitely going to go back and design with. Some of them I'd like to see how they work in the round, because obviously they're all in rows here. So I'd love to see how they're going to come out worked in the round, because that changes things up quite considerably. And yeah, it was good fun. Some of them only took me 15-20 minutes. Some of them took me, there was one in particular took me well over an hour, probably closer to 2 hours. It's this one, which is it thermal stitch, something like that? I found it on YouTube. But basically it looks like it's just double crochet ribbing, but it's 2 layers thick, so the back doesn't look at all like double crochet ribbing. Might come in there. Yeah, this one was, and of course it is just double crochet UK terms, so it was very time consuming and fiddly. But yeah, that is one that I might come back to. And for a few of the other squares, I really enjoyed how they looked, and I actually made little tutorials for them, which are on YouTube, so you'll find them on my channel. There's one, I wonder if I could find them actually. Can I even remember which ones it was for? The sprig stitch was one of them. I think this one, this yellow one here. So there's a tutorial for that one, and I think it was this one actually. This one here perhaps. So there's a couple of them. I may go on and do some more. I just spotted one there that I'm definitely going to make. Yeah, I think one of my next projects is going to be a scarf in this, which I really liked. It's using a bit of front post and back post stitches. This is the only one actually that used that, because I didn't want it to be too heavily textured. Most of them are fairly flat, and most of them as well aren't too gappy, because it's kind of a baby's cot size finish, so I didn't want too many big gappy holes in it either. But that one, I can see a scarf in that for sure. So I'm going to hang on to it for a while, and then I'll gift it. But yes, going back to the Fun a Day aspect, so because it's for the Fun a Day project, I'm involved with Fun a Day Dundee. There's a great community there that are mostly online, and throughout January folks were sharing with the hashtag FADD22 or 2022, can't remember which one of those two, 2022 I think. And then you could see what other projects people were working on, because it's not just a crochet thing, it's craft, it's anything creative, all sorts of things. Some folks were just going for a daily walk and appreciating things they saw on their walk. My husband took part as well. He wrote a short story every day for the month of January, and he used story cubes, if you've ever seen those, the little dice with pictures on each side, and you roll them and then you look at the pictures. There were 9, I think 9 each time. Look at the pictures and see if you can make a story with the symbols that have popped up. So he wrote stories every day, and some of them were into the thousands of words. So he managed to write that every day, and he's going to go back and edit them, and I think put them together in a book as well. So yes, there is going to be an exhibition in Dundee at the end of April, beginning of May. I think it's the final weekend there, so that'll be really good to see some of the other projects for real. This will probably be in display, because that's the other great thing about it, is that anyone can exhibit. So you don't have to be a professional artist. You can, anyone, and anyone's encouraged to as well. You know, some people are maybe new to being creative and they're a bit, oh no, I can't do that, but anyone can exhibit their stuff. And I think it's encouraging for them, and I think it's great to see the community come together. It's a lovely team, and they are so supportive on the online community. Throughout the year as well, they've got kind of a sister account, FADD .creatives, I think it is. So there's lots going on there, which is really encouraging. I enjoy being part of that. So Dundee is a city about 12 miles south of where I am, just down the coast. So I'm just outside of it. Let me grab some more tea. Right, I'll share my knitting. I've got one finished sock. I have been knitting very, very slowly on this. I think I started these just into the new year. Can't remember for sure. Just into the new year I think I started these, and they are slowly but surely coming together. I've got the second one, and it's a bit of a precarious stage. I have knitted the heel flap and the heel turn, and I've picked up my stitches, and I am about to start on the gusset. Oh, I got a cute wee rainbow marker there from Labours of Love Crochet. So this yarn, actually it must have been after Christmas I started these, because the yarn was gifted to me by my hubby. It is Rusty Ferret, and the colourway is Krampus, and it's on their doll 4-ply fingering weight, and yeah, I really like it. It's got lovely little speckles. I did think about doing something a bit more fancy, and then I had a wee look and decided that there was enough going on with the little changes here and there to just keep this as a vanilla sock. And probably for the start of the year, that was probably the right decision. This is what I tend to work on later in the evening when I'm watching TV, because I tend to find watching TV and knitting easier than watching TV and crocheting. So that's what I've been doing there. These are for a friend. This pair, I know exactly who I'm going to gift them to. I haven't told them yet, but yeah. So they're not as big as for my feet, which is good. I'm not going to say what size, because a friend might be watching, and then that would narrow it down, wouldn't it? But smaller than my feet, and I'm measured as a UK 10. I couldn't believe it. I went to get new shoes, and I was kind of dithering about whether I was a 9 or a 9.5, and the assistant said, can we actually measure your feet, you know, and that way you're not handling too many shoes and trying them on. And I said, yeah, sure. And I came out as a UK 10, and I was a little bit saddened by that, because that just seems enormous. And I came away with shoes that are a UK 10. I've always thought I was a 9. It's occasionally a 9.5, but I always put that down to just being, you know, the individual manufacturer, just the way they've made their shoes. But no, I was a UK 10, and that's in Merrill. I don't know, I got some walking boots. I don't know what size, if they fit big or small. UK 10, no. Don't know if my feet have grown or no. I was not happy. It was funny because I went in and I said, you know, what it was I was wanting, and the assistant said, oh, well, look here, we've got all these shoes over here, and you know, we pointed out the ladies' shoes and boots, and I was in an outdoor shop. I said, no, I'm into men's sizes, so I know that none of them are going to fit me. So yeah, once you get into the guys' ones, they're just so black and brown and blue, and you can see I like colour. These are new. These are, I got these in the Lucy and Yak sale just the other week. A present to cheer me up when I had COVID. They are orange cord. You hear the cord? I love this when you wear them. They are dungarees, full length. It's not pinafore. Stand up. Yeah. So they are dungarees, which I've ummed and ahed about for ages, and then I saw them in the sale, and orange as well. I love orange, and I think it goes really well with this jumper because it's pretty much the same as the orange band, and the other colours pick it up well, and I am loving them. They're so comfy. My first pair of Lucy and Yaks, and love them. That wasn't an advert, and it just happened to come up. This is not a sponsored post. Final two things to show you. The first one, I met my sister and her partner and my niece, and we were able to swap Christmas presents, and she gave me This copy, I think it's the winter edition. Yes, winter 22 of Lay magazine, and it's fab. I love that cardigan on the front, and I've spoken to my mum and I asked her, she's a much better knitter than I am. I'm a better crocheter, but she's a better knitter than I am. And I asked her, do you think I would manage this? It's brioche knitting. I've never done brioche knitting before, but she does a lot of brioche, and she had a wee look and she said, yeah, you probably would, but it would take you far too long. You're far too busy with your crochet. You know, I'll have a look and I might make it for you. So that would be nice if my mum made me that. Really nice. I wonder what colours I could do it in. There is a crochet pattern in here. I'm just kind of quick flick through. There is one crochet pattern. It's a shawl. Is that it? Nope. Bet I can't find it now. Oh, there it is. So yeah, there's a nice semicircular shawl here. So yeah, she, like, go sister. This is my middle sister, Amy. It's like, woohoo, extra points for you. Love it. Very thoughtful present. So thank you, Amy, if you're watching. And the last thing I want to show you is another magazine. This one is British Fibre Art magazine, issue 23, which has just come out under the new publisher Schachenmayr, who's just taken it over. There's been a bit of a lull. I'm not sure how long, because I've only just come across the magazine, but there has been a bit of a lull in publishing. So this is issue 23, and I have a pattern in it. And it should flick quickly to the page, even though it isn't marked, because I keep looking at it. I have a pattern here for the, and it's backwards, but the Fields of Wheat Beanie. Isn't that photography lovely? I'm so chuffed with this one. And here's another picture. Yeah. So that is my Fields of Wheat Beanie, which is an alpaca design. It's alpaca yarn. It's double knitting weight, so another 8-ply design. And if I show you here, so the pattern starts with the wheat motifs, and you work up towards the crown doing these, and then decrease and finish at the crown, and then you start again at the bottom of the wheat bit and work down the way to complete the stalks in front post and back post stitches there. The motifs around it are not, they look really fancy, but they're actually not that tricky to do. Once you get the hang of it, it's a case of threading through, which is a lovely little technique. It's rated as intermediate, and at the moment it's obviously exclusive to the magazine. I don't know about paper copies, but you can certainly still get a digital copy of it. And once the exclusive period is up, I will be able to publish that, I think end of April, beginning of May. So look out for that one. Can't wait to share it. It's a pattern that frustrated me for a long time. I had it tested and tech edited, and then I still wasn't entirely happy with it. This was back probably about 2016, 2017, so I was fairly new to crochet design. So even though it had been tested and tech edited, I still wasn't happy. I kind of sat on it. Overall, I've probably made close to 20 of those hats in various sizes myself, and goodness knows how many tests are out there, because after maybe 3-4 years I decided to go back to the pattern, have another look at it. I made some tweaks and changes, was happier with it, and I had it tech edited again. Tamara Goodeman did that one for me, and she did a great job, and I'm finally so much happier with the design. So I am chuffed to see it actually published in a magazine. Really pleased about it. I think it's boosted my confidence, and I don't know, made me feel like a real crochet designer. Does that make sense? Because it's in the magazine, and it is a lovely magazine. Did I do a quick flick? We do a quick flick. So there's all sorts in here, different articles on sheep and things, there's some spinning, there's a bit on dyeing, knitting of course, how do you say it again? Bargello I think is how that's pronounced. All sorts of things with obviously a focus on fibres from Britain, various from various sheep and various more the sort of smaller independent yarn companies. So I'm loving their focus and their ethos there, and I wish Shan and the team all the best with producing more issues of that. So my table is clear. I've shifted things from there to there apart from the magazines which I've bought back. So I think that was all I was wanting to cover today. So do go and check out this beanie, which is available now with the little one behind it, and subscribe to my newsletter as well. I'll pop the details for that in the notes. If you subscribe to my newsletter, you'll be kept up to date with all pattern releases, for example when this one's going to come out, and I always put the biggest discounts on to my mailing list. So if there's an early bird discount or a pattern of the month discount, then on my mailing list it's always slightly bigger than where the discount that I put elsewhere online. So another reason to sign up. I put free patterns out as well. If you do sign up, you'll be sent a free pattern to a cowl straight away. So there's that to look forward to. All sorts of reasons you want to go and sign up to my mailing list. Go and do it now. So thank you for being here and watching and listening to me ramble on about yarny stuff, and I hope to be back in another 2 or 3 weeks with an update. I'll probably have finished the Dutch houses by then. I haven't decided whether I'm going to keep this for myself or gift it. I just made it. That's often the way I decide as I'm making something whether I'm going to keep it or gift it. I don't know. I don't know if it's one I can part with. I know my youngest really likes it, and I think he's a bit, Mum, no, don't give it away. So yeah, I hope to have that finished, or at least nearly finished by the next time I see you. And that sock, can I finish the sock in a couple of weeks? I hope so, because I did start that as part of the Winnick Mum Winter Haven Cal, which was supposed to be 4 weeks, finishing that, and that hasn't happened. So yeah, it'd be good to finish that by the end of February for sure. And I know as soon as I finish the Dutch houses, I'm going to start a big project, which is a mandala for the back of my vintage denim jacket. You'll see that in some of my photos. I quite often wear it if I'm doing a photo shoot actually, because I really like it. So it's a vintage denim jacket and it's lined with Liberty fabric. So the Liberty fabric, it's actually starting to fray and come apart. So I'm taking that off and I'm going to put the mandala on the back, and then I'm going to reline the jacket with new Liberty fabric. And yeah, so it's a bit of an ongoing project. I've got the Sunshine Patch, which is my own crochet design, which I will be re-releasing later this year actually, when the sun comes. Well, the sun is out, but I've kind of got an April showers theme for re-releasing that one. So I'm going to do that. And yeah, so that project is that bit of an ongoing one, just redoing that jacket. I got it in a charity shop in Norwich, and yeah, I'm really happy with it, and I think it suits me, and I love the jacket, so I'm looking forward to getting a big crochet piece on the back. I might not do a mandala, I might go for more of a free-form crochet design. We'll see. I'll have a look at it, and I'll have a look at my cotton yarn stash, and I'll see what direction I want to take that one in. So that is what to look out for next time. So I hope you're all happy crafting. I'd love to see what you're up to. So or your comments, your thoughts on how this podcast is going, anything you'd like to see more of, less of. Yeah, I'd love your feedback. Drop me a comment below, please. So thanks for watching. See you next time.